What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Married at First Sight edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. I say yes to her every day and twice on decision day. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Decision day. Everyone but Shaquille, come on.
Really the only couple I'm curious about. And that's why they put it last, and that's why they made it a cliffhanger.
I think he's gonna say no.
I gotta think so too. I need to know.
I called it.
I need to know.
What do you mean?
You guys know that we predicted. Well, we did not predict. We did the opposite of predicting, but we tried to predict the outcome of this season, the first episode, and I'm like 0 for 4 basically. So I really need a Kirsten and a Shaq divorce.
No, I want them to stay married, but I'm nervous. And I called it. I was like, they're going to flip. She's going to say yes and he's going to say no. Because the beginning looked like he's so into her and she wasn't. And now we have Kirsten saying yes and Shaq, TBD. But from what he was saying...
There was a but. And then there was a break.
But isn't good.
But is it? Well, I like big butts, and I cannot lie. But
what are you doing with me? Oh, I have a big butt.
After the quarantine, we all have big butts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the show that doesn't end. It goes on and on, my friend. Some people started watching it thinking they knew what it was, and we'll continue watching it forever just because this is the show that doesn't end.
Like, I don't freaking get it. And I don't know. I don't like it. It's going to turn into all these unsuccessful people are going to go dating.
It's turning into After the Altar.
Yeah.
Right? This is going to be Married at First Sight After the Altar. And the sad part is I'm kind of more curious about that than I have been for the last few episodes of this season.
I guess.
All right. Here's the thing. We see now it's out, right? Is the cat out of the bag? We saw Clint kiss.
Did you say the cat is out of the bag?
That's a saying here in the United States of America.
Why would you put a cat in a bag?
Why would you put a cat in a hat?
At least if you put a hat on a cat, the cat can still see. If you put a cat in a bag,
that's
a lot of animal cruelty. I'm not the biggest cat fan, but hello.
Yeah, where's PETA on that? Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, why would you keep cats in a bag? Who puts a cat in a bag?
I'm not looking up the origin of that saying, but it is a good question, and I probably will at some point look it up. But we have bigger fish to fry, to use another animal idiom.
Well, like what?
Well, this episode we have to dissect and discuss. In disgust, we have to discuss.
We have to debone the fish. Debone the fried fish.
Only one couple's getting boned at the end of this episode.
I mean, I knew they're going to say yes, but then they kind of like teased it as they may not.
They may or may not.
May or may not, but...
They did.
Obviously, Gina and Clint, obvious.
You want to make this a 2-minute episode or a normal? Like you're like, well, here's how everyone decided.
I mean, let's get through it.
All right. A little bit of business before we do.
Oh, I forgot about the business.
Got to hit him with the business, Teresa.
Let's
all right.
Do the biz.
Okay, this is not a nonprofit over here. Let's give him the business.
Who said that? Someone said it recently.
Someone did say that. We watched too many shows. I know. That's on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. I want to guess.
I know.
I want to guess. I know. One of the greatest tell-alls in tell-all history.
Yes.
Danielle said this.
Yes.
We're not non-profits.
Yeah.
And neither is this podcast, guys. We were not for profit for too long. Now we're trying to break even, basically.
What do you mean?
Well, we pay for equipment and we pay for podcast hosting and we pay for all sorts of things to make this podcast run. So we're trying to break even.
We're trying to break even and...
So let us break even, Teresa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish we could buy more hours in a day.
True. If you could figure that out, you would be infinitely rich.
Yeah, I wish days were like 35 to 42 hours long.
Yikes.
I know, but I would get so much more done.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Hit him with the biz. Follow us on social media at Married to Reality Pod. Say it all the time, but we mean it. It's a good time over there. And sorry if you guys have messaged us. I'm scared to even look. So normally I just stay on the Married to Reality Instagram, and once in a while I pop over to my personal because I like to see what's going on with our friends. But for the last 24 hours, I have not even peeked at our social media because no spoilers. We had to delay watching this for a little bit. As you can tell, this is probably a few hours later than you were expecting. So I did not go on social media. I did not want any spoilers.
I glanced and I went away.
Okay,
so
good.
I knew nothing. I talked to our friend Missy. She's like,
all right, Missy.
They were dragging it out. I'm like, before you say anything, I haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
And this is last night. So luckily I got no spoilers. Thank you, Missy.
Okay. Well, Missy is on the Patreon, so she's not going to hear this.
But I'll tell her.
All right. But yes, Instagram, we normally are very responsive, I like to think, but we've had to go a little dark because we don't want any spoilers. So we'll be back there at Married to Reality Pod very shortly. Speaking of the Patreon, Missy, you won't hear this, but she is a member of the Patreon. You should be a member of the Patreon, patreon.com/Married to Reality. It's a good time over there. We're doing Love in Paradise. We're going deep on Love in Paradise. What a season that is. And there's also some bonuses over there for the Family Affair tier. We do a monthly bonus. It's a great time. You can get video of us podcasting on the Family Affair level. Great time. Ad-free, business-free. You don't hear this.
And we don't edit it. So what happens on the podcast
stays on the
podcast.
And that's just
that's the way we do it.
Well, that's just a symptom of me not being a good video editor. And because we're filming ourselves, I don't know how to stop and start. And so we just let it rip.
Oh, what are you talking about? We love showing it all. You guys pay us. Why would we stop and try to hide something? Are we perfect? No. Do we wish we were perfect? No, because what is the fun in that? Yeah. I love that you said no too.
Yeah, well, it's impossible to be perfect, so why even try? Patreon.com/Married to Reality. Also, make sure you guys are following the podcast right here, right now, the one you're listening to this very moment. If you're not following the podcast, you were late to the game probably on Jewish matchmaking, and shame on you.
Guys, and you guys love Jewish matchmaking. We love Jewish matchmaking.
It was a slow trickle. So we released Jewish matchmaking on Monday morning.
And John was offended.
And I was like, oh, what? You guys want to hear all about Czech, but you don't want to hear about Temple Beth David. I get it. Fast forward about 18 hours. And I had to open up a separate inbox for all those messages that I'm so glad you guys are doing Jewish matchmaking.
Exploded.
I'm learning so much. Thank you. I love it.
And
I wish I was invited
so
to
much.
John's bar mitzvah. Sounds like a blast. Yes, it's a learning experience.
Yeah. I'm getting some food recipes that I'm asking for because watching the Jewish matchmaking makes me want to celebrate more than we do. Like we do Hanukkah, we do
Passover
once in a while, but why don't we do Yom Kippur?
Well, you want to fast? I tried intermittent fasting. I was doing intermittent Yom Kippur for about 8 months in New York City.
Can I eat like everything? Oh, I cannot.
What do you mean? You can't eat
Fasting
anything.
for how long? A day?
Yeah, a day or so. But then you break fast. It's a feast. It's beautiful.
Well, we should do Yom Kippur.
I might do a Yom Kippur.
When is it?
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Ooh, someone didn't pay attention at Hebrew school.
I'm about you. So smash that follow button. So whenever we drop a fun bonus, you get it right to your device. You don't have to think about it. So smash it like it's as hot as. Why am I doing your?
You go ahead. You finish it. You started and you finish it.
Smash it like it's as hot as Jewish matchmaking.
So hot.
That's a fantastic series, and I love it. Representation.
Look at John just doing my job. He's just trying to take over. He wants to own this podcast.
You sit over there and sip on your Bloody Mary with a flamingo in it.
Yeah, unlike you, I can put the straw together. Guys,
oh boy,
we have fun flamingo straws for John's coffee. I got it for him so he can have fun when he drinks coffee, iced coffee, and he cannot put the flamingo together. And it blows my mind because he's one of the smartest people I've ever met. He's super talented, super creative, super smart. He cannot put it together. And every single day I see him getting frustrated and ripping the flamingo off. So he has no fun with his coffee at all.
It's very humbling. It's my new produce bag. Because I figured out I can open up produce bags with the best one.
It is your new produce bag.
People at the supermarket ask me to help them with their bags now. That's how far I've come. But this is my new produce bag. It makes zero sense to me. I don't understand how to put it together, but I'm sure once I figure it out.
I demonstrated it to you so many times.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a puzzle person. It's not
a puzzle. It's a paper flamingo.
All right. Well,
once you figure it out, you're going to have so much fun drinking your coffee.
All right. So smash, like it says, how's Jewish matchmaking? I don't know how we started talking about Theresa's straws. But last but not least, if you haven't left a review, please do. We love the love. It's the least that we ask, I think. Well, maybe it's the most. It's all we ask, really, is to leave a review. And if it's a 5-star review and you write something, we'll read it on the Monday Night Podcast.
Yes.
All right. There we go. That's the business.
That's the biz.
Let's get into the episode. Let's do it. The reason we're here, Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 20. Oh, God. And there's like 9 more.
It's never ending.
9 more. And I thought we were going to pop it on, fire it up, and it's going to be decision day. I was wrong, Theresa.
Yeah, but nothing like really happened. Like we see everyone. So I was wrong because I thought, oh, it's decision day. They all went home last time, right?
Yeah.
They didn't. They have to show it to us that they're going home now.
I don't understand why they need this much filler. It's got to be for advertising purposes because you got to slot in those ad buys. But it's so much filler. Let's do it. We'll talk about it. Kirsten and Shaq first.
And also, they do everything in a slow-mo, so that adds time.
This series would be 9 episodes long if they just quit it with the slow-mo.
There's always like, oh, everyone is so fabulous. And I always picture them going like walking normally, just like moving their hats, and I'm like, I mean, I get it. You gotta make them look fab.
All right, let's start with the couple who we're gonna end the episode with.
Okay.
Kirsten and Shaq.
Yeah, Kirsten and Shaq. Shaq is packing.
Wait, this is a good question for note taking because you gave me a weird look. So I did all the couples night before, and then.
Yeah,
I started over for decision day.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Kirsten and Shaq, he's packing, and they're chatting about D-Day. Shaq wishes he was 100%. Kirsten is upset that he's not 100%, but then she's not 100%. And they're cuddling and kissing afterwards. So I'm very confused.
Don't you think, and this goes for every couple, if you're not sure 24 hours before the decision, it's a no?
Yes, but I also think that they must play down. Like even like Chris and Nicole, they're like, well, but if I say no, it's going to be because of her insecurities. And I like Nicole, but she is very insecure. So, are you saying you might say no? They're trying to tease it. I'm sure the producers are saying like, no matter what the decision is, if it's too obvious, tease it out. Like tease it. No matter what, tease it.
Or give me a couple that's like laying in bed the night before. I'm absolutely saying, yeah, I can't imagine my life without you. You're the one for me. I'm so happy we were paired.
It cannot happen because they don't spend the night together.
Well, during this moment.
Oh.
And then get to D-Day and be like, psych. Like, that would be exciting. That's a plot twist.
I guess. I mean, they teased it in a way that I was like, wait, is Gina and Clint, are they considering saying yes? Aries and Jasmine, I'm like, how are they thinking about saying yes? Like,
you stay together for the kids in Gina and Clint's circumstance. You stay together for the kids.
Wait, did you, not to skip ahead entirely, but
in
the previews, is Clint going to try to get Hank?
Dog's in the bag. Dog's in the bag and going to Clint's place.
Like, what? Gina's like, he cannot take him. Like, is she talking to a lawyer? Like, what's happening?
To a lawyer. It's unbelievable. It's like, well, I forget what it said. It's like, something about rights.
That would be so shitty if they divorce and Clint would want to take Hank. Like, at the end of the day, it's a living thing, and it's her dog. Like, you didn't.
Yeah, but don't you think the dog has a choice?
Yeah, but come on.
But that's a serious question. You both stand in a room, one on one side of the room, the other on the other, and you say, Hank, like no treats, no hidden treats, no pepperoni in the pocket, and you just say, who do you want to go home with? And you see where the dog goes.
True.
Why can a human capture an animal and be like, you're living with me now? What if the dog wants to go and get some pup cups with Clint?
I think he probably wants to.
I think he probably does.
But I feel like...
I'm sure Hank's tired of hearing Gina talk about how she owns a salon.
I just feel like it would be very shitty because she's had Hank for a while. I think that would be like That would be the worst thing that would ever come out of maths. Forget all the divorces.
No, yeah, forget Chris giving up his dog. Here's a guy stealing a dog.
Yeah. Like if they bought a puppy together, where it's cute, and then they get a divorce and they're fighting over it, I'm like, all right, I can see that because that's something you did together and now you're fighting, right?
Yeah.
But he cannot take Gina's. Let's be honest. Like, babysitter dog sit him, but oh my gosh. I hope it's some silly tease that has nothing to do with Hank. You know what I'm saying?
This
Like
is
how they tease it.
This is why you need a pre-pup.
I'm sure you can do a pre-pup.
You got to get a pre-pup.
Yeah, I feel like if someone marries someone with a dog, then you want to protect the dog.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Nicole and Chris a little bit. They're in bed.
Yeah, same thing. Like everyone's in the bed, everyone's talking about D-Day, and Nicole is worried about Chris changing his mind in the 24 hours. They're not gonna be together, and it shows her insecurity, and it shows her she likes being in control, and she's insecure when she's not. And for having Chris go and doing whatever, thinking about whatever when he doesn't see her, that scares her. And it's so Nicole.
I think it's the opposite, though, in reality.
What do you mean?
The saying is absence makes the heart grow fonder. And when you're with someone, I would imagine that's when you're reminded of all those little things that get on your nerves. Because Nicole's whole point was, well, you're going to have time to think and things might pop into your mind that you realize you don't like about me. And it's like when you're apart, you're not going to think about things that annoy you. When you're together, you're going to be like, oh, there she goes again, asking me if I'm in love with her. So the time apart, I think, helps people.
I sometimes ask John if he missed me when he goes to work and comes home. And he always laughs and then he says yes.
Do I?
Yeah, always.
Eh.
You don't miss me when you go to work?
No, I do.
Of course.
I do.
You always like laugh it off because I'm half joking, half not. And you always laugh, but obviously you miss me all the time.
Sometimes you go to the bathroom and you come back and you're like, did you miss me? Because you're there for a while.
I mean, if you have a bad burrito, and you might end up missing me.
What are we watching?
Oh my gosh. Everyone, everywhere, everything, everywhere.
Somebody, somewhere. It sounds like we're trying to think of the name of the show. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the show. Something about somebody, somewhere. You know the one.
I like this show. It's almost like a security blanket for me.
Interesting.
Because it's so comforting about his like small town life.
It's like
and
Schitt's
it's like
Creek.
Yes. It's very Schitt's Creek.
Speaking of Schitt's Creek, the scene we're referencing, the two characters were shitting separately, but on the phone with each other, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarity ensues.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay. Jasmine and Eris packing up. Eris's only concern is Duchess.
Oh my gosh.
Forget about the Clint-Hank relationship. The Eris-Duchess relationship is just as strong.
Eris is like, what is Duchess going to do without me?
Yeah. So Eris tells the camera, if I said yes on decision day, I would be saying yes to staying committed. It's like, yeah, no shit. He's not the most poetic.
I'm so happy that Jasmine said no because even
though spoiler alert. Spoiler. Hello, folks. We're here. It's decision day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We're going to go through the episode, and then we're going to reach decision day, and we're going to break it down and tell you what each couple said. But it might slip out.
I forgot.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay.
What?
Okay, it's like rewinding. So, I'm wondering what Jasmine's going to say on decision day.
I don't think they're going to say yes. But you never know with these shows.
Yeah, you never know about the... you never know. I just hope that Duchess, the dog, will be happy.
Yes, that's what matters. And Gina and Clint. So they're at the apartment talking. Gina feels like, I've had zero time to process our relationship between all the activities and the expert visits. I'm like, what are you talking about? The experts were with you one time in person and half an hour on Zoom probably. What's all this time you're spending with the experts? I
feel like Gina and Clint build a friendship, but they always say it, but I think it's because of the fuck up at the beginning that
of course there's nothing
could
else.
Not get past it. And I think they got past it enough for them to be friends. But that's where it stopped.
What do you think about Clint's, he goes, we've had peaks, we've had valleys, but if you add it up, 95% were good times.
I think he's just having a good time, like fun.
Okay, because I would say like
we've besides the freak out on the honeymoon, we've never seen them fighting or anything. They always, even though if it was rocky, she didn't want to live with him. She ended up living with him, and then you see them going out, going to concerts, going to freaking rodeos. They have fun together.
It's a really good point because I would agree 5% were bad times, but the other percent, the other 90 or 95, I was going to say like they were okay times, but I'm framing it as a relationship.
Yeah.
It's okay if you're looking at a husband and wife. You're 100% correct. They had a good time as friends.
Yeah.
They abandoned the idea that we're husband and wife 14 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And they're having fun as friends. So Clint is right. Because I was kind of thinking, oh, he's overselling it. Really? 95% good times? But yeah. When you look at it as friends, 100%.
Yeah.
95%.
I don't know if I ever told you this.
Tell me, Teresa.
So when I went to community college, it was before, like years before I met you, I went on one of those dating apps, like OkCupid or something, and I matched with this guy who lived in the same town, right? When I was an au pair.
Uh-huh.
So we went out on a date, and we literally, at the end of the date, I was like, well...
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, and we ended up being friends. But there was like nothing romantic between us.
What was his name?
Caesar.
That's right. You told me about
There was
this.
like nothing romantic. We never kissed. We never hooked up. There was like nothing.
Did he do your nails?
No, different Caesar.
Oh.
I wish. But like at the end of the day, basically, we were like, yeah, like we can hang again. But we were literally friends. And we went on a date and we both felt like, yeah, like, we're not vibing each other that way. And it wasn't like a bad looking guy. It was just, he wasn't there. And I almost feel like this is different with Gina and Clint, but if you don't vibe someone, you can still have some fun with someone as friends. But there was the difference. I didn't marry him.
Right.
But yeah, you can have a good time with someone and you maybe thought there could be something and that is nothing.
Sure.
You can end up being friends.
If you need friends or are looking for friends,
Yeah.
I feel like in your situation, you probably
was looking. Oh my
You
gosh.
probably were a lonely au pair in a big house in New Jersey and wanted to hang out with people outside of the home. And that makes sense.
Yeah, and he was I know he has a really lovely girlfriend now. I think they moved back to his homeland.
Oh,
He's
he was
from
a
Ecuador.
foreigner? Oh.
Well, he was born in the U.S., but he was Ecuadorian.
Okay.
But yeah, I see him on social media. He seems happy. Obviously, I have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up being good friends, and I was killing my time in New Jersey with someone who lived in the same town.
There you go.
Town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. All right. Can we take a quick break? I know you're excited to talk about the decisions, the results are in, but let's take a quick break. Okay, we'll tell you about our sponsor for this episode, and we'll come back, and we'll talk about the reason we're really here.
All right.
All right. We'll be back in a second.
Guys, I'm super excited about our new sponsor for the pod. You guys know that John hates when I talk about working out, but it's a big part of my lifestyle. Well, something else has become a part of that lifestyle, and it's called Fit 8 energy drinks. I'm actually drinking the blackberry pineapple right now, and I could try to describe how good it is, but right now you can actually save 40% off your first order of 24 cans of Fit 8 energy plus free shipping. Wild! So you can try it for yourself. You guys just need to visit www.drinkfit8.com/marriedtoreality. One more time. www.drinkfit8.com/marriedtoreality and make sure you put the www in the URL. And I'm looking at John, and he's also drinking a can of something delicious. You want to tell us about it, Jonathan?
Yeah, you actually just caught me mid-sip right there, Teresa. I am drinking the peach mandarin flavor. I think it's my favorite. It's refreshing. It's delicious. But the best part, all the flavors are 100% naturally sweetened with none of that gut-killing aspartame, no sucralose or Ace K. Words I can barely say, words I don't want to hear Teresa even try to say. Plus, Fit 8 Energy is packed with all the essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients you need after a workout, like branched-chain amino acids, glucosamine, electrolytes, turmeric, omega-3s, and vitamins B, C, D3, and E. And maybe my favorite part, Fit Aid has 200 milligrams of clean caffeine from green tea. Clean caffeine from green tea, Teresa. So I get the energy I need without any of the synthetic ingredients.
I love that. Do you want to know what my favorite part is?
I think I can guess, but tell me, Teresa.
My favorite part is that Fit Aid Energy is only 15 calories per can, and it comes in 4 very delicious flavors, including mango sorbet, yum, raspberry hibiscus, yum, and of course peach mandarin and blackberry pineapple, yum yum.
So, like Teresa said, right now we're giving our listeners 40% off your first order of 24 cans of Fit Aid Energy, plus that free shipping by going to www.drinkfitaid.com/married-to-reality. Again, www.drinkfitaid.com/married-to-reality. We'll also put the link in the show notes, so check it out. And thanks again to Fit Aid for sponsoring this podcast. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
All right, Teresa. Now you can say whatever you want to say. We've made the turn. It is no, well, you can't do that. Okay? You can't do that.
We took a break. Whatever I want.
We took a break. If you needed to go to the bathroom, you should have gone to the bathroom.
Okay.
All right. We've made the turn. It is no longer the day before decision day.
It's a decision day.
It's finally decision day.
It was so unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
I think they just wanted money from all the ads.
And it was a longer episode. It was a 2-hour episode.
Because they want money from the ads.
Because Keisha's pregnant and can't do the after party, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, well, I guess we're going to drag this thing out even more. Thanks, Keisha.
Yeah, Keisha. Ugh. No, I'm kidding. Super happy for Keisha.
Congrats, Keisha. Congrats. All right. Well, let's start with Jasmine and Eris. Should we do a little like Alpha's the segment?
Yeah, Alpha's the segment.
Alpha's the segment worthy.
So let me say this. Jasmine always looks well put together, great makeup, great hair, and she had really nice makeup, really nice hair. The dress wasn't her. That dark green sequin, that wasn't her color. She should have gone with something brighter to celebrate what she's gonna say. I've seen her looking way, way, way better, and I mean the outfit.
It's a no for you?
It's no for me.
Okay.
For Jasmine, I mean, I've seen her wearing some nice clothes. This just wasn't. It looked like she's going to a junior prom. I don't even know what a junior prom is, but you guys say it on TV in my favorite rom-coms.
Interesting. Okay.
What's a junior prom?
You know what junior high is?
No.
No, it's not junior high. Junior prom, I would imagine. Because I went to prom my junior year and my senior year. So I think junior prom is prom the junior year of high school. Or did I go because I went with a senior? I think maybe I don't know. It's a good question.
Did you even go to high school?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe a senior asked me to their prom when I was a junior.
Jesus.
So that's why I thought.
Is it even legal?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
We were both under 18. There's definitely senior prom. I don't know, either junior, there's 2 options. Junior prom is prom at junior high, or prom you go to your junior year in high school. Either or.
All right.
I don't know. I'll give you that. It was a little bit of school dance dress vibes. Didn't hate it. I did hate the mesh. I still don't. I bring it up every time someone goes dress shopping on one of these shows. I don't understand the flesh mesh
It's
over
supposed
the
to
cleavage.
like blend with you. It's supposed to be
Show me the
visible.
cleavage.
Well, you don't want your boobs to fall off.
Yes, you do. Did you see what Gina was wearing? There was no mesh.
I think she had that tape.
Tape it up all day.
True.
I'm here for the tape. I don't need to see boob mesh. Either put dress there or lose the mesh.
Yeah.
This in between wishy-washy, I don't need it.
Yeah,
Make up your mind, dress.
Yeah,
What do you want to be? You want to be conservative or not?
The mesh didn't look good at all. Again, she could have. I wish she wore something bright.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Eris, he looked like he managed a McDonald's inside a movie theater.
Yes, he did. He was wearing this like reddish maroon coat and mustard yellow shirt.
Terrible. Second worst dressed of the episode.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So before every couple, DP and PC have a little talk.
They're matching. The fuchsia. Is it fuchsia?
I would say fuchsia.
Fuchsia? Okay. I didn't know how to spell it, so I spelled it as fuchsia.
Pink. Hot pink.
Yeah. I like saying fuchsia. What is it?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia tie and a fuchsia shirt.
Yeah. And there's always that element of like, oh, if the couple's matching, they're still together. They're the most successful couple this season, so it made sense that they were matching.
DP and PC?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish
DP would spend some time with her husband.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
You remember when we'll get there, but Clint made a comment about like, oh my gosh, like with 95% we had a great time, and DP's like,
oh yeah, that's better than most.
It's better than most, better than my relationship. No shit, DP, you don't even live with your husband.
Yeah, DP, you're married on paper. That's another show coming to Lifetime. Married on paper.
Oh, did you see? I've never watched The Bachelor ever, but I heard it on my adult radio station this morning that there is gonna be a senior bachelor.
Yes.
When the bachelor is gonna be at least 60.
I literally I saw the ad for it and I thought I would love to cover this, but it's not in our wheelhouse. It is. We need to relate to these shows.
I mean, we're excited to be old one day.
One day we'll cover it, maybe.
Maybe.
All right. Every segment had a flashback to their entire relationship.
Honestly, like I checked
in slow motion.
I checked my Gmail, both of my Gmail accounts. I read the news. It's like
we were here, we watched, we know it wasn't that exciting the first time.
Especially because they do throwbacks a lot. So it's not like, oh, we haven't seen some of it since it happens. Like no, like every single time they have these heart-to-heart conversations, they throw in some throwbacks.
Yeah, the only difference was this time it was paired with basically like a letter to my current self about the status of the relationship.
Yeah, and
wasn't good.
They talk about wait. They are at the wedding venue, right? They all got married there.
No, it was a barn.
Yeah, that they all got married there. I think.
Maybe I should have paid attention to the clip package.
I might be wrong, guys, but I feel like that was the wedding venue. Colin. But yeah, they're talking about the relationship, and Jasmine feels good because she feels like she gave it all. Like she gave 100+%.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah, and no matter what happens today, she's in peace with the decision she made.
Yeah.
And Aris is like, well, I mean, we've grown a lot. I love coming home to Duchess barking behind the doors.
that was the only takeaway I had from what he had to say. He was like, I'm happy Jasmine grew and learned to speak. Eris's greatest hits, right? But then he's like, but the best part, I was so excited to come home. I'd hear the rustling behind the door as I put the key in to unlock it. I'm like, this guy. Classic Eris. Classic men on this season. Just all about the dogs, really.
Yeah. Oh, he sucks.
PC's like, well, what about the challenges? Tell me about the challenges. And obviously, Jasmine says Eris wasn't attracted to me. And so I saw him and I went from cloud 1200 to learning that news. And I still can't believe she was on cloud 9.
Yeah.
When she was matched with Eris. But not everyone has a good sense of character.
Well, not even that, but it's like, I think Jasmine really wanted to be married. And she said it. She's like, I feel like this is what I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she went into this with an open heart, open mind. And she saw Aris, and first glance, he didn't look too bad, I guess. She liked the way he looked. And so she was happy, and she was being open-minded. But I feel really bad for her that she was matched with him because he didn't give it his all. And he says it. He admits it.
And that's the one thing I appreciate about Eris is he did take some ownership. And he says, stalled out in the beginning. I wasn't really present in the beginning. I didn't try. I didn't give it my all. And he takes ownership of that.
I mean, it's on the experts too. They picked him. But why did he sign up for Married at First Sight where he was not ready to be married?
Because in your mind, when you sign up for the show, you're going to get paired with someone with a juicy ass. You don't imagine yourself walking down the aisle and seeing a flat ass. You imagine having that ass of your dreams.
She has a nice butt.
Not in Eris's mind. He was like, I want that fat. I want to break backs. I want that fat ass. Eris, classic Eris. And he didn't get what he had pictured.
Well, he is gross. But anyways, the time has come.
The time has come.
And obviously, Jasmine says no.
Do you want to get married? Or do you want to get a divorce?
Aris says, I want to get a divorce too. Teresa said, yes, they're not going to make it. So, boom, I was right.
I just don't want to skip over, I think, the funniest part of the episode. When PC before the big... Oh, no, I think it was after.
After.
After. So, yes.
So, wait, tell us what you thought.
I thought they were going to say yes. Did I?
Yes, you did.
Hold on, where is it?
I just wanted you to say
it. I thought they were going to say yes. Okay, so...
John is wrong. I was right. I knew it. I knew he was an asshole.
So, yes, they both say no. And then PC is like, okay, well, have you learned anything from this process? Did you discover any non-negotiables for future relationships?
And this was just like...
This was one of the greatest moments in MAF's history, I think.
When Aris said that he's like, well, I have a lot of self-love. I hug myself multiple times a day. He's like...
I hug myself minimum 5 times a day.
He's like, I brush my teeth and I hit a smile and I look at myself.
I tell myself every morning how much I love myself. You probably don't even hear me. I whisper it to myself.
And he was like, well, and I cannot make marriage work with someone who doesn't fully love herself.
I've never even seen Jasmine hug herself. I don't think I've seen her hug herself once in this entire 8 weeks.
And Jasmine's like, what the fuck? I loved her face.
So
she goes like, she's like, how are you saying I don't love myself? She's like, I have plenty of self-love, you asshole.
It's so offensive.
Yeah. It is. But then Aris was like,
oh, God.
He was like, well, can't wait to be married, get the marital sex and to put the leg to the left.
Harder, right. Pull my leg. That's my spot.
It's like, that's not marriage. It's part of it, but it's one of the many pieces of marriage. Dude, like, you can do this with anyone. Just go on Tinder, swipe right, and go on a date.
Yeah, he's learned nothing. This is how he went into the marriage.
Yeah. His cousin will be thrilled, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about her. All right. So, say la vie, Aris and Jasmine. We wish you the best, Jasmine.
Yes.
All right. Next up.
Nicole and Chris.
Okay. Let's just say it. This is the best Chris has looked all season.
Absolutely. And this is the best Nicole looked all season, too.
Okay. All right.
I think they were the best looking. Gina and Clint looked good, too. The tie with Gina and Clint.
Okay. But Chris ditched the tank top.
Oh, my gosh.
He ditched the bathing suit. He got a dark blue blazer, a pink pocket square, a white button down, no tie. It's a solid, for any man, that's a solid look.
Someone fixed his hair too. Like, wow.
Solid look. And then Nicole, pretty in pink over here, power pink.
Fuchsia.
Matching the pink pocket square. That's how I knew. I was like, we're saying yes, folks.
And she also matching DP and PC.
It was a pink party.
It was a pink party.
Yeah, so PC and DP, before they come out, they talk about Nicole and Chris, and DP's like, we get one of these couples every so often. They meet at the altar. They work together every step of the way. Like DP thinks, oh, we've done it. This is the best couple we've ever paired. And PC's like, well, haven't seen any major conflict. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I have to say that this was the couple that surprised me the most, because from the previews, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna suck together.
But here's the thing, and I'm gonna eat my own words here. Let's just jump to the end. I said they're not gonna make it.
Yeah, same.
But it's because Nicole gets the award of most improved.
Yeah.
And that's why it works, because even with how much she's improved, Chris was still saying, well, if I don't say yes, it's because of Nicole's issues.
Yes, but most improved, but also she was portrayed poorly. The way she was introduced to us was like, oh boy, she's a crazy chick from New York. She thinks she's crazy and cannot stay with a guy because everyone finds her being nuts, right?
But
and
are
I
you
was
saying
like, it's one of those like crazy women who just cannot keep a guy because they're crazy.
But are you blaming this on editing or on her? Because she said the words.
On her.
Okay.
On her and / editing, because they reinforced it on us.
Yeah. Okay. But then that's just a good lesson for all people. It's like, I don't know if it's the times are changing or people are changing, but I think we used to love to be like, oh yeah, I'm a little crazy. I'm a little wild. You're not going to know what you get. And it's like, I don't know if a lot of people are attracted to that.
No.
People used to wear it as this badge of honor.
You wear it as a badge of honor when you're 15 and you drink half of a bottle of vodka. You're like, YOLO.
Yeah. Oh, I'm wild.
I'm wild, yeah.
There's a time and a place for that, and it's usually not in your 30s.
Oh, definitely not. In your 30s, my back hurts. I just want to cuddle on the couch.
Yeah, I drink a bottle of Tylenol and try to go to bed at a reasonable hour and wake up without any sores.
I'm so happy that the bars we go to close at 10 because about time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're out of there by 9:15.
Yeah.
Like, good luck, guys. I just want to shout out real quick the tractor behind PC.
All right.
What are we doing? Like, there's no way they were bringing that into the shot on purpose. That just had to be. They must have lost the keys, and we're like, I guess we'll leave it here.
It looks very nice and clean. I feel like that's a decoration.
Well, they polished it because it's in the shop, but there's no. We get it. You're on a farm. You're in a rural area. It's Nashville. There's no way they were like, well, let's roll in the tractor.
I mean, who knows?
I think it's a little ridiculous.
It was a nice looking tractor.
Yeah, John Deere.
Who?
John Deere. It's the brand. John Deere.
Isn't it steel?
Was it real people steal people?
I'm asking
No, I
you.
think it was a green. I think it was a green John Deere.
Real people steal people.
Okay, let's do it. So Chris says the past 24 hours they've been lonely. It was a new feeling. It was a little lonely. It was a good feeling to be able to miss someone. And Nicole's like, yeah, I agree. I felt all out of sorts without Chris being there.
She was like, yeah, we have so many things in common. All the way down to like the small little things, like we go to the same dentist. Jen and I go to the same dentist too.
Well, we're married. But I was gonna say, okay, well, if that's your bar for work, great, because we just magically ended up at the same dentist. Gina and Clint live in the same apartment.
Yeah.
And we all know how that ended.
I mean, I think if anything, it'll be good for Hank. We can just put him in the elevator and
set him up.
We'll see.
To Gina's place, because he's living with Clint. Biggest challenges, and Chris says, it was the appeasement stuff. They just kept coming up, her thinking I was just appeasing her, and Nicole finally stopped, but then she kept asking if I was happy or not. And Nicole's like, yeah, well, I would just point things out that I thought may be issues, and it would end up turning into actual issues. And so,
I mean, that is slightly annoying. Like, if you keep bringing things up, things that may be an issue, but you want to avoid the issue by bringing it up and creating the issue before it happened, that would become annoying to me.
I completely agree. So then Chris says, well, just moving forward, I'd love to see Nicole love herself more.
I was just going to say, like, let's keep that cat in the bag.
No. Has she tried hugging herself 5 times a day?
No, you what I was talking about before.
What part?
I don't know. What was I saying right before you said something?
The appeasing each other and asking.
Oh yeah, I
said
that it would be annoying to me if you were creating issues before it even happened.
Right.
I'm like, let's leave that cat in the bag.
You're using that wrong.
Why am I using it wrong?
I don't know. Cat's out of the cat's out of the bag is like there's a secret. Well, it's a secret, and then it gets loose.
I thought that the cat getting out of the bag is like something like
it is.
But it's something
but it's
like
not creating a problem, putting it in a bag for it then to come out of the bag. There is no cat in this.
Well, I thought the cat coming out of the bag is creating the problem. So let's leave the cat in the bag.
There's no cat. There's no bag. Here's maybe creating a problem. When they were saying like, oh, okay, like, well, what would you want to work on? And Nicole goes, I would love to see Chris just really follow through on all the things he says he'll do for himself. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, like learn banjo or like start traveling more, like all those things that Chris wants to do for himself. And she's like, waking up earlier and going to the gym. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, sounds like you're saying he needs to work out. That doesn't sound like you're really empowering him to live his best life.
Yeah, it was a little.
That's not where I thought the sentence was going.
But at the same time, I feel like if someone, and I'm guilty of it sometimes, I'm like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then 2 months later, I'm not doing it. 2 years later, I'm not doing it. And I feel like if I keep bringing it up, it makes me feel disappointed. So at this point, I would want you to be like, oh my gosh, just do it. Let's just do it.
Yes. I guess if it was something I kept saying I wanted to do was go to the gym every morning, if I brought that up enough, I would expect you to maybe be like, okay, well, you should do it because you're talking about it a lot. But I totally thought this thing was like a hobby or a passion.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. We haven't been in the gym.
Like, I want him to follow through on all the things he says he wants to do for like wax your back already. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like one of those things. I thought it was going to be like, learn French.
Yeah. I was just going to say, we were talking about going to the gym every morning. We haven't this week at all. Because
Jewish matchmaking.
Yeah, and also you're too cuddly.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get up in the morning and we're like, yeah, let's cuddle instead of working on our bodies. Let's just cuddle.
So it's time, okay? It's decision time, Teresa.
And we all knew they're going to say yes. Even from the speeches, right? They cannot live without each other and they love each other. And this is where I was wrong because I said no.
I said no. Because again, most improved.
Yeah.
If Nicole had stayed on the trajectory she was on, I don't think Chris was not close to saying no, but Chris may have said no because of her personality currently, which is much improved. So if she was the way she was 8 weeks ago, I think he may have said no. I think it would have been right. Here's maybe the dumbest scene of this entire episode.
Yeah.
They say yes, yes, yes. DP is thirsty, so she wants to have a toast.
I know what you're gonna say.
They do a toast, and Chris is like, and with that, I have a surprise. And I thought, we're getting a James Allen ring, or even better, we're going to get a key to a joint house, or here's a lease that we're going to sign.
Oh. It's a bouquet.
It's a bouquet of flowers.
Ugh, I hate flowers.
So dumb.
So dumb. Just give her a cactus.
Like, why was that? Honestly, if you surprised me with flowers, I might be like, is it too late to change my mind on this decision? Flowers are sweet. Great gesture. But just be like, hey, here you go. Don't be like, but wait, I have a surprise. Flowers are never a surprise.
Oh, I'm going to stop you right here. You're just too spoiled because I don't like flowers, but there's so many women out there who love getting the random bouquet. You bring it home, and then they're going to start overthinking like, oh, who did you text? What did you do that you're bringing the bouquet home?
True.
But women love getting flowers. For some
I'm not
reason,
saying they don't love getting flowers. I'm
but
just
like
saying
surprise flowers.
I guess it's a surprise.
I'm telling you, like I don't think that Nicole was like, oh my gosh, seriously. I think she was like, oh my gosh, he's the best.
I feel like I'm gonna have to take the phone off the hook after these comments because yes, women love flowers. If you came home one day and you got me Starbucks and you brought me like a nice coffee. You do. But to me, that's the equivalent of like me coming home with flowers, right? You're bringing me something I like, and
you don't appreciate it.
I do, but if you're like
switch, I'm gonna put our credit card.
But if you're like, hold on, John, hold that thought. I have a surprise. And then you were like, here's a venti iced coffee with cream. I'd be like,
with soy milk.
I'd be like, that's the surprise. Just you're making a big deal out of like a nice gesture, but it's not worthy of. Hold on, guys. I have a surprise.
How about me bringing you a 5 feet tall balloon?
That's surprising. That's surprising.
You loved it.
I did. All right. Gina and Clint.
Yes.
Talk outfits first. Clint with the classic nautical vibes.
They look great.
Classic nautical vibes.
Clint's wearing this light baby blue suit. Looks nice. Looks sharp. Hair looks good. And Gina... green is her color. We've seen her in green before, and it brings out her face, her hair, her eyes. She looks great.
Greena.
Boobs out.
Ooh, they sure were.
And
I was leaning in.
Jeez.
If I was her, I would have shown up maybe in some athleisure, though. Show up in a Lululemon and be like, who's athletic now, bitch? Really rub it in last moment. So DP and PC pained. They are pained by this failure. They thought, now this is a no-brainer. They're going to say yes. They're going to bang it out. They're going to love each other, and they're going to sail off into the sunset. Obviously, did not happen. They are pained by this.
Well, here's the thing. We saw the recap of the relationship, and
did we? I think I ran to get the mail during that.
They were kissing at the altar, dancing. Like, I'll say this with a lot of confidence. They were into each other. Until
the comment heard round Jamaica.
Yes, and I think he heard her feelings about saying, and then she was like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't even like gingers. And I feel like it's almost like that mean jab you give to someone who hurts you and you just want to hurt them back.
Sure,
but I feel like,
yeah, of course.
But I feel like maybe she's not into redheads or gingers. I don't even know what's appropriate to
Except
say.
her ex-boyfriend had the same physical features.
But what I'm saying is maybe she's not, maybe she is. But he did hurt her and she was trying to hurt back. But then
hurt people, Teresa.
sure. And but then she was pulling from that one moment, all her feelings, everything that happened moving forward, having a great time, always gonna go back to that moment. And that's why, like, him being a little wild, she's like, oh yeah, that's that idiot who told me I'm not athletic. And there was no way they could get over it.
I know, it's too bad. Here's what I think is gonna happen though. They live in the same building. They're going to get sauced up. They're going to bang. Yeah, bang once. Bang once. You guys were married. Have fun. Go nuts.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of like shit hang.
I think there is too much pressure because they're married. They know in 8 weeks they have to decide, do we stay married? And so Clint didn't want to lead her on knowing he wasn't going to. I think Clint, he said a bad thing. He had a bad day, Daniel Powder. And he was like, oh, I don't want to hurt anyone else's feelings. I don't want to make it worse. I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm not going to have sex with her. But in every other circumstance, if he was at the bar and he saw her and they got drunk, they would bang it out one night. I'm sure they would.
Yeah, maybe they did.
She's an attractive lady, and maybe they did. But now that the pressure's off and there's no, do you want to stay together or want to get a divorce? They might bang it out. He's dropping Hank off for the weekend so she can see him. They might bang it out. Right?
We'll see. But yeah, as we said, they look back at the relationship, and obviously Hank, a big part of it. So they ultimately both decided they cannot stay married, and we all knew it. The experts knew it.
I was still holding on. Honestly, I'm an idiot, but I was holding on. For like, well, we're really coming around a corner right now, so I think let's say yes.
No, if they were at least like kissing or something.
True.
But there was nothing, and you cannot just stay married to someone that you were friends with. It's like, I hate to say it, but there must be love, some level of love.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to be in love at this point, but feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm on the way. I have all these feelings for this person, and if you're friends, like you can stay friends afterwards. Like being married to a friend. No, you should be married to someone you love that will become your best friend.
It should turn into your best friend, yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot marry someone who's still your friend. And they're in each other's friend zone so deep.
Yeah.
That DP has the question we all were asking for, and you and I answered it already.
So we had the most funny segment of the show, which was I hug myself 5 times a day. We had the dumbest segment, which was...
The flower.
Surprise. And then here's the most shocking segment. Clint offered to buy Hank.
For $10,000.
I don't know why that seems dirty. It seems dirty.
It does not.
It should just be like, if Hank wants to live with me, let's just do it. But to buy, like, here's why it seems dirty. Because you're saying you can put a monetary value to how much Gina loves him. Apparently,
no, I didn't go there.
Oh, but that's what it is.
I also feel like he's joking.
Really?
I think he got drunk one night. He was like, give you $10,000 for Hank.
Do I hear 11,000? Does I do Chris 11,000?
Yeah, but definitely like they're planning on staying friends. Gina's fine with Clint picking up Hank and hanging out with him. And then this is new.
Yeah.
There is no, but
this is the best part. So we've had the funniest, the dumbest, the shocking, and this is the best part.
And then DP and PC, they're like, this is the most civil divorce we've ever had on the show. Camera turns to Clint, who's holding the whole bottle of champagne, just like drinking and cheering.
Looking for a ship to christen.
That was good.
It was amazing. Just
the divorces never get any booze.
No, I don't think he offered it to anyone.
Yeah.
But and let's get sad and let's get real for a second.
He just loves the booze.
I think he has a drinking problem. He's like, is anyone going to drink it? He was about to say yes just so he could have a drink of alcohol. I think he may have a drinking problem.
I'm pretty sure if he offered money for Hank, he was definitely drunk.
All right. Last.
Yes. Kristen and Shaquille.
Last but not resolved.
Yes.
Okay. Alpha's the segment.
What is he wearing? Such a clown.
Shaq looks like he took a piece of all the other guys' decision day suits.
Oh my God.
And made his suit.
No, that's so true.
He's got a little bit of Eris, a little bit of Chris,
yes,
a little bit of Clint, and he put his own spin on it.
ridiculous.
It's out of control.
And Kirsten looks nice, whereas this like blue dress, but it's like
Take the ruffle off the shoulder.
that was fine, but there was
Brush
like
your shoulder off.
it wasn't like wow. It was nice,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like Gina or
It wasn't striking.
Nicole.
Oh, Nicole. It wasn't striking.
Yeah.
You walked out and you went, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gina walked out, Nicole walked out, and you went, whoa,
Yeah.
it's decision day.
Yeah, for sure. But Kirsten walks in, and she's like, "You look nice, Shaquille."
I know.
Are you blind, Kirsten?
Is Shaquille blind? You put that thing on in the dark? Did someone pay you to wear that? Did you lose a bet?
Like. Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
So they're checking, talking about the challenges, and you can tell how Shaquille is not 100% thrilled.
No.
And then Kirsten doesn't have answers to small things like, oh, what was the best part of the marriage? And Kirsten's like,
This is so telling.
Going to church.
This is so telling. This says a lot about, just for all couples, how abnormal and fresh these relationships are. I think you forget. You watch the show. It feels like we've been watching the show for 13 years. It's an 8-week.
have.
It's an 8-week. Right. We're watching it for longer than it actually was. Right?
Yeah.
This was a 2-month experience. They're spreading it out over like 4 months.
Maybe started before COVID.
I feel sick. But Shaq says the best moments were like when we just recently watched TV. And those are the best moments early on. Like when you would come up to my apartment and we watched Anthony Bourdain, and it's like, that was awesome. And you just sat there and watched, and you get to a point in a relationship where you're comfortable in the silence. And it's amazing. You can just watch TV and it's a great time. But that, at this point, as a married couple, when PC is asking what the best moment is, he's like, oh, recently when we just watched TV. It's like, that's how fresh and young these relationships are.
Yeah.
We would never say that now.
No.
We would talk about a trip or a conversation or some milestone, right?
Yeah.
We would, of course, it's great to watch TV.
Yeah.
But then we have to talk about it. But then we have to talk about it for 2 hours on microphones. No.
Yeah, no, like we have a blast. But you were right. Like
if that's your go-to,
yeah.
says a lot about where you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
that's very true.
So
the decision, Kirsten says yes. And I knew that she's going to say yes because she was wrapping her mind around it. And the fact that he met her dad without the camera said a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she kept saying, yeah, like, he's growing on me and he's handsome and he's this and he's that. And even the way she talked about him, how she wants to be there for him and how she wants to understand him more. But when he starts talking, I'm like, he's going to say no.
Throughout this process, we have definitely showed up for each other. And I appreciate both of us for not giving up. Like, that was telling. Like, we hadn't given up, even though things weren't great. It's been a lot of good times and a lot of challenges. I appreciate you as a person. You're loving and kind. But, Teresa, B-U-T, but it's been very difficult for me as a man trying to step up and be the man you want me to be and need me to be, giving you all the charms life has to offer.
And
at this time,
has this look on her face like, are you kidding me?
She has this look. PC takes off his glasses. I take off my glasses. I don't even wear glasses. And I lean in and the episode ends.
So dumb.
So now we have to watch next week. We were thinking about calling it. We were like, fuck this season. Now we're watching it.
We're watching it for sure. But I almost feel like this can go 2 ways. This can go him saying, but I just cannot be married to someone I cannot be everything for. Or he can say, but it's hard that I'm not there for you the way you want me to. However, I want to keep trying. It can be however.
Woo!
We'll see.
Yeah, fully leaned in.
However,
3 more episodes, guys. You thought, all right, well, it'll end next episode.
and then you see...
Wrong.
Yeah, you see all these previews of like Clint trying to still hang and then Clint dating his sister. Like, what's going on?
But I'm actually curious about those episodes.
Me too, but I wanted to call it.
I think one more. I think we're calling it after the next one. I don't think we need to do the reunion, do we? Let us know if we need to do the reunion.
We probably do.
We definitely need to recap next episode because we'll finish this couple's decision. And then I do want to see them all talk about their decisions with each other. But I don't need to see them talking about what they talked about and other people talking about that.
Oh, I don't wanna talk about other people talking about them.
Right. That's what we do.
This is what we do, yeah. Are they gonna do it with like the other couples?
I think so.
Oh, fuck that.
We'll keep you guys posted. We started Match Me Abroad, and that's gonna whenever this comes to an end, at most 3 more episodes, at least 1 more episode. Match Me Abroad is your new middle of the week show.
Yeah, Match Me Abroad is the new maps.
It's better.
It's much better.
It's amazing. It's Czech Republic.
It's
Harold.
Oh my gosh.
Suspenders.
That's it. Tune in.
It's fantastic. All right.
Have we said it all?
Well, a little more biz. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Married to Reality Pod. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/Married to Reality. Make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as Clint wanting to buy Hank for $10,000.
Yeah, that's troubling. And thank you for the reviews. If you haven't left one, please do. Leave a review. Tell us how much you would pay for Hank. I don't think I could outbid Clint, but maybe if we pooled our money together. Patreon.com/Married to Reality, I should say.
Yeah, if you want us to chip in for Hank.
Yeah. We could do like a timeshare, like a dog share.
Yeah.
We all get a week.
Yeah, I would feel bad for Hank traveling from Nashville to Florida.
True. Wherever you guys live.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we've said it all.
Said it all.
All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.